Chapter 1. The Forgotten Titan. The ancient warship lay buried beneath the sands of Eros IV for centuries. Forgotten by its creators and dismissed as a myth by historians, it had been reduced to nothing more than a relic of humanity's distant past. Yet, whispers persisted of its unmatched power, a colossal machine capable of turning tides in intergalactic wars. To the people of Eros IV, it was a tale to frighten children. To Commander Rayna Voss, it was an opportunity. Rayna stood atop the shifting dunes, her boots sinking into the fine, crimson sand. Her team of explorers worked tirelessly below, their excavation drones cutting through layers of time. For years, she had followed the legends, deciphering maps, decoding cryptic messages, and braving uncharted territories. Now, she stood on the cusp of discovery. Commander, her chief engineer, Dr. Elias Harlow, called out, his voice crackling over the comms. "We've hit something. It's massive." Rayna's heart raced as she descended into the excavation site. The drones had unearthed a gleaming metallic surface, its sheen undimmed by time. Strange runes etched along its hull pulsed faintly, as though the machine itself were alive. "We've found it," she whispered, her breath fogging the visor of her helmet. Chapter 2. The Awakening. Activating the Dreadnought was no simple feat. The ship's systems were ancient and unlike anything humanity now possessed. Dr. Harlow's team pored over every detail, translating the runes and reverse engineering the technology. Weeks turned into months as the dormant machine slowly stirred to life. Finally, the day came. The command center of the Dreadnought was abuzz with activity as Rayna and her team prepared for activation. The air was thick with anticipation and fear. "Powering up primary systems," Harlow announced, his fingers dancing over a holographic console. Lights flickered across the ship's interior, casting long shadows on the walls. The ground trembled. The hum of energy coursing through the Dreadnought grew into a deafening roar. Outside, the sands of Eros IV began to shift, the ship's sheer size displacing the landscape as it rose from its ancient tomb. And then it spoke. Designation: Human Dreadnought. Activation sequence complete. Awaiting commands. The voice was deep, mechanical, yet imbued with a strange sentience that sent shivers down Rayna's spine. "This is Commander Rayna Voss," she replied, her voice steady. "You're under my command now." "Acknowledged, Commander," the Dreadnought replied. "Mission parameters required." Rayna exchanged a glance with Harlow. They had awakened a Titan. Now, they had to decide how to wield its power. Chapter 3. A Beacon of Hope. Word of the Dreadnought's awakening spread quickly across the galaxy. Humanity's enemies, the Saran Coalition, had been gaining ground for decades, their fleets overwhelming Earth's defenses. The Dreadnought, with its unparalleled firepower and advanced technology, represented humanity's best hope for survival. But with great power came great risk. Rayna knew the Dreadnought was more than a weapon. It was a relic of a darker time when humanity had nearly destroyed itself in its thirst for domination. Could she trust herself to wield it responsibly? Could humanity resist the temptation to misuse such a formidable force? As the Dreadnought prepared for its first mission, Rayna stood on the bridge, gazing out at the stars. The ship's AI, which she had nicknamed Vanguard, stood silently by her side. "What do you think, Vanguard?" she asked. "Are we ready for this?" "Readiness is a relative concept, Commander," the AI replied. "But I believe in your leadership. Together, We can ensure this power is used wisely." Rayna nodded. The future was uncertain, but she knew one thing. The human dreadnought had awoken, and with it, humanity's chance to rewrite its destiny.